In yesterday's video, guys, I showed you our emergency water source and the quality of that water. So we're pumping her now, filling her up, and it's still coming out like chocolate milk. Would you drink that? Look at it, like churning up in there. Yes, we're gonna drink that. Guaranteed, 100%, I will drink that. Today, I'm gonna drink that water and show you how we purify our water here on the homestead. So how are we going to be able to drink that water, right? It is nasty. Number one step, guys, is to let it sit overnight in a bucket, right? So let's take a look at what it looks like this morning compared to what we just saw. Oh yeah, buddy. That's maybe nearly drinkable now. Maybe not, right? But it's a lot better than it was yesterday. So we're pumping her now, filling her up, and it's still coming out like chocolate milk. I'm gonna reach down in here. It will stir it up, but that's okay. Oh, look at that. You can see my hand most of the way down now. No? About 3 inches down, you can see my hand. But check this out. I'm just gonna grab a little bit off the bottom here. Oh, you can see it getting stirred up already. Look at that. All right, look at that. Super fine silt. So we did stir it up a little bit, but that will be okay. I'm gonna show you how to purify this water and make it drinkable. And we're gonna do it using this filter right here. This is not a sponsored video, guys. This filter we have been using for years. We used it in Indonesia. It filtered all of our drinking water for our family for about 5 years in Indonesia. We brought it back with us here and we continue to use it on our homestead. Let me just show you here real quick, okay? Check it out. Look inside of here. See how dirty it is? That's stained because we used it all the time in Indonesia. Right, so this is empty. These are the 3 filters that are gonna purify our water. It's gonna drip right out of here. This guy right here, empty. Well, almost empty. Now it's empty. Right, clean, clean white, not stained like this one, right? That's, you can tell there's a difference here, right? Water comes out clean. All right, so basically this is where the drinking water goes. This is where the water that you want to filter goes. Put it on top. We're gonna put this water in there. All right, so we're just gonna dip out of here with a pot. Start putting it in. One of the things that I like about this filter, there are like 3 filters that I would recommend for this type of filtering water, right? There is what's called, this is the Katadyn, and this is the Katadyn. I'll put a link to it down in the description below. But there's also what's called a berkey. You might have seen a lot of homesteaders and off-grid people using berkeys. David over at Imagine Acre Woods, they use a berkey. The water tastes really good out of the berkey. At least their water does. I've drank it often. But the berkeys look cooler than this, and then they're stainless steel. They're a shiny stainless steel. And so that's cool, right? That looks better on the counter. And then there's another one called the Alexa Pure. And it's also stainless steel. It's more of a brushed stainless steel. It looks nice as well. I've never drank the water out of it, but supposedly, right, it is a really good filter as well. I like this one. This one's been around forever. And like I said, we use this exact filter in Indonesia. We had another one before that when we lived in Indonesia the first time back in 2005 to 2009. And we used that filter there. We ended up selling it because we didn't think we were going to need a filter again. And then we bought another one in 2013. That's this one right here. And so it'll filter out like everything, right? I mean, we were filtering third world water there, right? It'll filter everything out, basically, that to make it drinkable. And this right here with all 3 filters in there, it will filter 10,000 gallons. All right, so we were kind of stirring it up. The water is getting browner. But one of the things that I wanted to mention about this filter that I like about it is you can see the water level, right? Just at a glance, you can see the water level. It's right here, right? So you're just walking through the kitchen. You can look over at it while you're walking by, and you can see where your water is. You can see that this one's empty. As it fills up, right, you'll be able to see the water line in it really easy. And so you don't have to come over and open it up to see how much water you have in it, right? You can just take a look at it, see it, and you know, should I add water or not? Wow, man, there is a ton of silt in the bottom of this thing. We'll go ahead and fill this guy all the way up. And I'll show you what this looks like up here, okay? There we go. We're a little off, we're not level. Oh, let's see if we can just slide this back a little bit here. Oh, there we go. Now we're level. All right, let's see, we can probably get one more in there. All right. Super dark brown up here, guys. Wow, look at it. That is, that's some coffee with creamer in it or something there. Let's cruise outside here and I'll show you how much silt was actually in the bucket. It's still really heavy. Let's just dump this out here. Dump out the water that's left in it anyway. Look at that. Look at that. Let's just reach in there. See how deep that is. Oh man, it's really stuck in there. Huh. It's like coming off in clumps. So see, just by letting your water sit overnight, no matter how cloudy it is, I mean, hopefully your water hopefully your emergency water is better than this, right? I mean, this is pretty bad. But you get pond water, you get water from a creek, you get water from a puddle somewhere, right? Maybe you've got a pond on your property, and just let it sit overnight, and then you'll get a lot of the sediment out before you put it in your filter, and that will make your filter last longer in between cleanings. I had some of my facts wrong there on this thing. It's been so long since I've looked at any of it, but those filters, right, they have silver impregnated in them to kill bacteria, protozoa, and other disease-causing agents, it says. But anyway, it does 150,000 liters. That is, that's a lot of water. This is not the only way to actually purify water. When we were in Indonesia, most of the locals actually boiled water, right? So you just take your water out of the creek or out of the pond. You could run it through a t-shirt or something to filter out the chunks, and then just boil it for a few minutes, right? And you're gonna kill anything that is in that water. That's a good way to go, especially if you don't have a filter, right? You definitely do not want to get dysentery or some other type of disease that you can get from water. And so boiling it is definitely a good way to go. The only thing is you don't clean the water, you just sterilize the water. Another way to do that is with bleach, right? The CDC recommends putting in a certain amount of drops per gallon of water to actually sterilize that water, and you gotta let it sit for a while. There's another way that you can put the water in a clear bottle and then place it in direct sunlight for a certain period of time. That can work as well, unless it's cloudy, and if you get it wrong, man, you don't want to get sick, right? So anyway, this is just really convenient for us because it's something that we use every day, right? It always sits on the counter. It actually sits right here. I just moved it over here for the video so that we could get a better view of it. But it's something that we use every day. And so of course we would continue to use it in an emergency situation. You know what I should do? I should get a couple glasses. Let me dip a little water out of here so we can see the difference. It's been long enough to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And we're down that far on the top here. We've got this much water, right, which should be enough to go ahead and give it a taste test. Let me go ahead and lift this up and you guys look down in here, okay? See, it's dripping down in there? Crystal clear, eh? Yep, it's crystal clear. All right, so this right here is the water that we put in the top, and here's the fresh, clean water coming out. Is that a big difference?
It's a huge difference.
Look at that.
It looks drinkable.
So I did a little math for you guys while I was eating lunch. 150,000 liters of water is what this filter is capable of doing. that comes out to if you used a gallon a day, right? Just for drinking water, eating. You don't need to like wash dishes and stuff with this or wash clothes, of course, but just for drinking a gallon a day, that is over 100 years worth of safe drinking water. Should we get Seth to try it too, Jules?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Seth, can you come here, please?
He's a very sensitive water drinker.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he always says,
tastes funny.
Tastes funny. It tastes bitter. It doesn't taste good. All right, Seth. Because you are the official, like, he is the water man here, right? He can tell the difference between different bottled waters.
Sometimes, yeah.
He's picky.
Yeah, right. I'm picky.
So you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So, here, just so that you know, this is what went in there. Go ahead and smell it. Smell it and see if it. Can you smell the difference?
Not really. No.
No?
Really.
Okay.
I mean, it smells like normal water.
Okay.
Tastes like normal.
Tastes like normal?
Tastes exactly like normal.
Tastes fine?
Yeah. Tastes perfectly fine.
Huh. Alright, I'll give it a try. Let me smell. Let me do a smell here. Yeah, I don't smell a difference either. Nasty water to safe, clean drinking water, emergency water here on the homestead. You want to see more about what's going on here on our homestead? There is a video right over there that you'd probably like to check out. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a really great day. Keep smiling, and we'll see you over in that video in just a second.